Hello, my name is Peter Albanese, CKD CBD. Before you fill out your application for the Professional Design Competition, please take a few minutes to watch this short and informative video. In the next few minutes, I'm going to talk about the application process, the judging, common mistakes, and how to make your project stand out. Once you've downloaded the application from the NKBA website, please sure to read and follow all instructions. Make sure that your application is complete before you send it in. Make sure that your paperwork is signed, all your release forms are signed. In the package, you're also going to need to include your floor plan, elevations, photography, and a design statement. Once your application is received to National, they're going to check the package in. They're going to make sure it's complete. All names of your design firm, the designer, the client, or even the photographer are going to be removed. So once it goes to the judging phase, at no point can any of the judges see any names of any of the applicants or their people. The design firm, the photographer, the client, it all has to be removed. National will, if they see it on there, they're going to black it out. So the best thing you can do is when you make your submission, do not include any of the names on there. National's goal is to have little or no disqualifications at all. Once it goes to the judging process, the judges have 3 rounds. They do a preliminary round, a first round, and a second round. Each round, there's going to be categories and subcategories that have point values. For example, they're going to be judging you on life safety, elements and principles of design, NKBA design standards, NKBA kitchen and bath guidelines, just to name a few. Common mistakes that the judges frequently see. First of all, one of the common mistakes is the designers don't leave themselves enough time to completely fill out the application. So make sure your application is completed before it's sent in, and do not leave anybody's name on there. Like I mentioned earlier, you can't have any names of yourself, the designer, the co-designer, your client's name, the photographer. They all have to be removed. Common is incomplete applications. The projects are not neat and clean when they're submitted. Missing dimensions are very common, so make sure all your dimensioning is proper according to the NKBA drawing standards. Plans are cluttered, so it's hard for the judges to actually judge or score your project if everything's cluttered or your dimensions are improper. Print your plans to scale. The NKBA is allowing you to print on 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, or metric scale. So you have to notify or mark what the scale is, and it has to be printed to actual scale. The judges are going to actually check your dimensions, they're going to check your center lines, so if they're not to scale, your score value is going to be low or it's going to be disqualified. So when a lot of CAD systems, you can design on, say, for example, 1/2 inch scale. But when you go to print it, if it doesn't fit on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, don't shrink it to fit on that paper. Use a larger format paper, for example, 11 by 17. It has to be printed to scale, and the scale has to be noted. Only supply the judges with the area that they're judging. For example, if you're going to submit a kitchen design, but you design the whole first floor of a project, don't submit the whole plan for the living room, the dining room, the master bedroom, and the kitchen area. Only zero in on the area that is being judged. Your floor plans and elevations, please follow the NKBA drawing standards. For example, your floor plans are your dimensioning that's required is your overall dimension, your usable space, and your center line dimension. Those are the only dimensioning that the judges are going to be looking at. So again, a lot of the CAD systems use or generate their own dimensioning. Try to clean those up and just leave the dimensions on the outside that the NKBA drawing standards are requiring you to do. It's going to keep your project neat and clean. The same with your elevations. Clean up your elevation dimensions, put them to the side so everything is nice, neat, and clean. Make sure that your floor plans and your elevations are printed to scale and you're printing them on the proper size paper, that you're not shrinking them. When you submit your design statement, the design statement, we're looking for an objective, design challenges, design solutions, and special features. This can be done in a paragraph form or in a bullet form. But try and tell us a story, tell us the reason you came up with the solution and how you came up with that solution. Your photography, this is your wow factor. This is where you're going to wow the judges. So if you can have a good quality photographer take your photos, take special angles, do special lighting, this is where your is going to wow the judges. But just remember, it's a point system, so it's only a partial of your scoring is your photography. The judges will look at the photography or look at the photos and judge them to the floor plan and the elevation. So they're going to use them as a cross-check. They're also going to look at the design statement, and if there's any special features that you had in there, they're going to actually look in the photography to see if they're in the picture or in the actual kitchen. So if you have a special feature or special element that your client requested, open the cabinet door, pull out that accessory, take a photograph of it so you can show the judges that you met the client's needs. A few things come to mind when it comes to making your project stand out. Make sure that your floor plans, your elevations, and even your design statement is neat and clean. Make sure that you use a quality paper that you print it on. Just don't print it on a typical copy paper. Buy a quality, a thicker paper. Buy a colored paper, possibly a light yellow or a light blue. Make your project stand out. Make it nice and neat and clean. A lot of photographers today are using digital photographs, so we're requiring you to print them. So the judges see a lot of times that your photography is printed on regular copy paper. That's taking a good quality photo and actually diminishing the quality. So what you're trying to do is wow the judges with that photograph. So take the time, take a little money, and print it on a good quality photo paper. Make sure you tell the judges the story of your design statement and how you came up with your design solutions. So I hope this video was informative and helps you understand the process and eliminates any possibilities of misunderstandings and hopefully all the disqualifications. Thank you and have a nice day.